Hello everybody, it's Cree Rama, and today I wanted to show you how I prep a book for an art journal. Now I have tried a couple, actually I've tried quite a few altered books, just gluing the pages together, removing pages, doing it a lot of different ways. So I'm going to show you the method that I like the best. So first of all, this is a little book and I prefer this size. So this is like 4.5 by 7, and that's 3/4 of an inch maybe. So this is a nice little book. It's definitely old, but I love these pages. It has really thick pages, and the paper has this really nice texture to it. So I am thinking I could possibly even just do 2 pages together. I don't know, we'll see. So the first thing to start off, and most of these tips I got from Lori Marie Jenkins. I've tried, like I said, I've tried a lot of different videos, tutorials that I've looked at for how to do altered books. And I don't know, I did so many of them and I ended up not using them because the pages were wrinkly or just something in it I didn't like. So to start off, we're going to glue some pages to the cover just to kind of stabilize this. So I'm going to take, all right, so you see here, this is already coming apart. So I'm going to glue these down, but then I need some to stabilize it. So I'm gonna go in until I find, okay. So I gotta glue down quite a few pages here, probably till I get to chapter 1. So see, this is the first page that looks pretty stable. It is not coming away from the spine here, it's not separate. So I am going to glue these down. Okay, so I'm gonna glue those down to the front. I'm gonna do the same thing on the back. So let's see, like these pages aren't going to be much stability, so I need to go in, let's see, 1, 2, so I'll probably like go into there. See, I want it to actually, this is a part of a signature here, and this will be glued together here. This will be glued to my back cover. That's what I'm going to start with, doing that. The other thing I did was I have a bunch of sheets of parchment paper. So another thing that I do is I put my Mod Podge in a container. I just find it easier, you know, to dip and to work with here. And then I'm just going to take my book and close it. Okay, so I've got the first page. And I like the spatula because if you have, like here I have a lot of glue up here, I can kind of drag my glue around and it's very easy to clean. So then I'm just going to close my book, line it up, press down. Okay, now we're going to be moving on to the pages, because see, this is coming apart here anyway. So now we're coming to the pages that will actually do something and stabilize it. So there we go. And now I'm going to move to the back and do the same thing. Okay, so I've got my back cover and my front cover. See, I have enough pages pulled here that it is nice and stable now, and those aren't pulling away from the spine. So the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to go into each signature. So the signature is a group of papers that are folded together. I will zoom in on this. Okay, so if we start in the center, see here where the papers are folded, then there's another one here, 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 here. You can see the signatures. So I'm going to start in the center, and I'm going to find the center of the signature. Okay, which is right here. And you can see it because you can see the stitching here. So if I pull on this page, see, you can see it wraps the whole way around here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take, let me feel this here. Let's see. Yeah, these are very thick pages, so I really think 2 pages should be okay. All right, so I'm going to take 2 pages on either side, and I'm going to keep these. I'm going to glue these together to use, and then I'm going to move a page here as close to the spine as I can go. And then on this side, this, yeah, see, it pops right out because it was attached to the other page that we removed. Now, okay, then this is starting another signature here. I'm going to want these 2 pages together. So let me find the center of the next signature. Okay, so this is the center of this signature, which is odd because you can't really see the stitches, but if I go to pull it up, see, you can see it is one sheet here. So again, I'm going to take 2 pages that I'm going to keep, and then remove a page. And I'm going to go 1, 2 pages on the other side. And remove the page. Okay, here's another center. And so I'm going to take, okay, so here's the center. I'm going to take 2 pages here. And then I'm going to remove one. And sometimes you gotta kind of hold it down here. So 1, 2, and then 1, 2, yeah. And then you can see this because there you go, pops right out. Okay, so I wanted to take a little time out and explain something, and I'm going to use some book pages to do it. So I'm pretending that this is a signature. Now the book that I'm doing, it doesn't have a lot of pages per signature. You have a signature that has more pages, and I think most of them pretty much do, unless they're little books like this. Here's the thing, just think about how to make the book more stable, like, and the thickness of the pages that you like for whatever you are using the book for. So you could, normally I would use 3 pages. So say I do 1, 2, 3. Sometimes I even, if it's a large signature, sometimes I take out 2 pages. So I might tear these 2 out here and then on the other side, so these would be removed, and then say another 3 pages that I would glue, and then I would just remove this. I hope this helps, and I hope this makes sense. And now we'll get back. Okay, here's our center. Go 2 pages. Pages. So here's our center of the signature. Okay, see, there's only 4 pages here in a signature. Okay, so I'm going to start. So let's see, we'd have these 2 pages. This is the center of the signature, so I'm going to want to attach this to something and not just glue these 2 together. So I am going to do 3 sheets here, and then we'll start with 2. Okay, so since I'm going to glue these together, I'm going to put my sheet here. Put our first page down. And I turned the book this way so that, because I just have to close the cover. Let's get back, get our Mod Podge open. And then I'll glue these 3 pages. Okay, then I'm just going to go around with my fingers. I just want to make sure there's no additional you know, glue oozing out, and we're pretty good here. So let's see, I'm gonna go, and I'm just gonna check here. So, all right, we're gonna glue these two. And since this is a really old book and it is, you know, a little bit wonky there, I do want to make sure that the pages that I'm gluing together are going to work to stabilize the book somehow. So that's why I did 3 pages here. So I'm just going to glue these two together right now. And of course, I just pay a little more attention to the edges. And then after I do so many pages, I just take a little break and I sit on my book. I do. I just sit on it to push it down really tight. Okay. Make sure we don't have any glue there. We're good. So let me see. Okay, I'm gonna do 1, 2, and 1, 2, then I'm gonna flip to the other side. So that's what I do, just to keep it nice and even. I just do some in one side, then flip to the other. Because otherwise you end up with a lopsided spine. Okay, we've got those two. All right, just need to do these. And then I like to, well, first of all, if you know, Mod Podge does dry, fairly quickly. So you don't have to be afraid of using it. And I like to use my heat gun just to kind of get it going. Then I don't worry about the pages sticking together. So I'm going to pause here. And I'm going to bring in my heat gun and just go over this side of the book where I did some pages. Okay, so we have these pages done here. And going over it with the drawing, I at least know these might be a little sticky, but not enough that they're going to glue, other pages down together. I'll just do this to hold my spot. Okay, so now we're gonna go here and let's just check out this side. Okay, so these two will be fine to glue together. So I can do 2. Okay, so starting here, I'm just going to do 2s, and I'm going to do a couple pages. Let's see here. So we'll have 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. All right. Let's do to there. Okay, so then I'm moving back over to this side and taking, let's see, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so I'm going to do a few more on this side, same thing. I can flip back over to the other side here. So at this point, I just continue this process of going from one side to the other. And again, this just makes sure that your spine isn't lopsided. If you start on one side and continue straight through to the other side, the spine is tends to be tilted. So that's why I do it this way. And I just continue to count out by twos my pages and do a couple on each side and then flip it to the other side after I dry the pages a little bit. Now, if I get to a section where the book needs a little more stability, I'll glue 3 pages together instead of 2. I just kind of, as I go, if I see something that needs to be done, the whole thing is about making the book more stable for your art journal, because you want the pages to hold the gesso and whatever it is that you decide to use this book for. And I do mention at the end of the video, but I have tried all different kinds of glue. I've tried to use matte medium because it tends to be a little better when you're gluing things in collage so that you don't have ripples. But I have found Mod Podge to definitely be the best. I will add in at the end of the video just to show some examples of books that I tried to do with the matte medium. So you can see the pages they just tend to ripple. And then when it came time to start a page, I just didn't feel, I don't know, there was something about it that I didn't like. And I like to start with a nice flat page. So again, I just keep going from side to side, gluing some pages together. I dry them in between after I'm finished gluing a few of them. Then I'm going to flip over to the other side and do the same thing. I continue this process until I reach the center of my book. So right now I am just going to fast forward to the end where I'm finished gluing the pages together. Okay, so I did my little bit of drying. So you can see there's a little bit of, glue here. I'm not worried about that because this is going to be an art journal. So I've got my pages glued together. You can see they're nice and sturdy compared to the beginning. And that is it. So I've got this one prepared to start. So I want to use these for art journals and challenges and things that are in my Facebook group, Junk Journal Divas, so that they're all, together. And I have 2 of them. This is another one. It's an encyclopedia. And I did the same thing, and it's all ready to go here with my pages. Oh, this page I left as a single because I just kind of liked the the images here. So it's a single page in there, but the rest of them are all glued together. And you can see they are nice and flat. When you do it this way, they're not wrinkled. So we're ready to go. So I hope that this helps you out if you've been wanting to try this and do an altered book. You can always take out more pages if you want. Like this one, I maybe could have taken out some more pages, but I'm sure it will be okay. These pages are so nice. I love the texture, so it'd be really great to start, you know, with these sometimes. Maybe just paint on top or something. Could go right in with the gesso. Another thing that I'll mention is I did try different kinds of glue, and I did try using matte medium, and honestly, Mod Podge is my favorite, hands down. I just like it so much better. I hope you enjoyed watching this, and stay tuned because I'm going to make a playlist for a mixed media playlist where I'm just going to experiment with different things and playing around with different techniques and different mediums, and I'm going to use these books to do it. So thank you so much for watching.